Hey guys, welcome back. Happy Wednesday. Wednesday to you. Firstly, we were expecting the 002 filing to become active today. It is not. I don't know if there was just misinformation or if they moved it back or what exactly happened, but basically here it is. So this document is unpublished. It is scheduled to be published 6/24, so that is tomorrow. So 002 is not active today. It looks like it'll be active tomorrow. So if today's price action, you're like, man, that is more like a 00 dud. Yeah, it's because it's not active, and it might be like this. Honestly, I'm expecting it not to be, but it could be like this once 002 is active. We'll just see. I'm excited for it, but I'm much more excited for failed delivers tomorrow, bank stress test, lots of stuff. Let me give a little overview. We talked about Spire, talked about GME today. Did a lot of different plays, did some day trades, set up a lot of option plays. We're gonna talk about options. Make sure to sub up, like up, comment down. Happy money sticks around. Spy's kind of doing the thing here real quick. Looks like it's hit a top finally. Here today, this day, it did that run up. I kind of assumed it'd kind of stay flat and come up a little bit and then come down. Of course, it had a bigger bounce than I expected, but today definitely looks like it's hitting a top. And I'll show you the option plays we got for that. And I think, I mean, if GME goes up crazy with 002 and active, as well as the failed delivers, then you're gonna, you know, Spy's gonna come down most likely on that. And on the daily, it's still bearish. You know, MACD still crossed over. We do have it trying to get over the 9 moving average, but it's just, I don't believe in it. I don't believe it. Talk about GME price real quick. Not a whole lot's changed. The MACD is still bullish on the hourly. Still have our green over the 9. Kind of came down here and tested it a little bit. Tested these lows and bounced right off it. So today was looking a lot like yesterday actually, and then we had this kind of ramp up right here. It happened a lot earlier today than yesterday. And now we're kind of hanging out above VWAP. So all in all, we're pretty flat on the day. And I'll show you the options that we have for that. On the daily, it's good to see. It makes more sense to my brain now that 002 is not coming out today, just because the chart, I was like, it just seems like it needs to consolidate more. It's funny because even yesterday's video, I'm like, I guess we can, but it feels like it does. And even this, like, it still looks like we need to consolidate more, so I'm not sure. I also don't know when they are viewing, basically, or testing for margin tomorrow. I don't know what time of day. At first, I thought it was just they're monitoring it all the time, and then when they see a problem, then they will, you know, margin call basically, and then they'll have an hour to fix it. But I don't know if that's true. I think it might be. I've seen other reports now where it's at one point during the day they will check on, you know, stocks and over leveraged and what's going on, and then at that point, whoever doesn't look good, then they will have an hour to fix it. So I don't know. I haven't heard anything about a certain time of day, but just based on this chart, it might be, because it looks like we need to consolidate more, honestly, because the MACD, I mean, it's still, not to say it can't rip, but yeah, we'll see. So might be middle of the day they check, might be first hour, might be towards the end, and maybe, you know, we'll just have to see. Very, very exciting to see what the market does with all that, just in general, what stocks are going to go crazy, and just what it's going to do. Maybe it'll do nothing, which will also be exciting, I guess. Yeah, so that's tomorrow. The failed delivers, though, should cause a lot of price action for GME. Don't want to put price targets on it, but some of the reports and the DD I've seen as far as failed delivers, they're talking like better than these days. These days had other catalysts as well that affected them to go up in January and March. So I'm not expecting anything too crazy, because we know once it hits this 350, there's a lot of resistance. So I think we'll probably blow through that. I think we'll probably blow through that this week, and if not this week, next week. So I'll show you the options we have for that. Spy's kind of coming down here. We still have 15 minutes left in the market, but we did a lot of plays today. Let me just go over the news really quick. So let me show you Fannie Mae. Yeah, this took a huge dump today. This was because of No, this is other crazy news. NSCC hit by record 1.6 billion, 1.06 billion margin breach, over 3 times previous record. I'm not exactly sure what this means, but seems like a lot. I was reading through it some. A lot of margin calls it. So I don't know. We'll see. Basically, they're saying if 002 was in place, this would have been margin calls, and there wasn't. I'm not sure if that's true, though, so I'm just kind of speculating. This is why Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac and basically all the government mortgage-backed securities dumped today. U.S. Supreme Court bolsters presidential power over Housing Finance Agency. Yeah, so I don't even have to know the details. I'm like, well, we thought with the commercial mortgage-backed securities dumping, housing market dumping, inflation going crazy, and the yield curve flattening, the reverse repo at almost $1 trillion today. I mean, we're seeing this coming, and it's like different little news things that cause it, but it's, I mean, the big picture, we kind of know what's going to happen, it seems like. So if we look at this, back in 2008, I can show you what happened to this one. That's when they went bankrupt and the government basically bailed them out. So now most of your mortgages are basically the government owns them. Kind of scary, but that's the truth. This is 2007, and then this is 2008. That's bankruptcy, bailed out. And today we had almost 50% drop on it. So it's very, very unstable markets, as you can see. GME likes to kick up. We've got 10 minutes left. GME's wanting to go. So that's going to come out tomorrow, 002. That's crazy. Supreme Court scared the housing market. Here they all are. Different ones that they all just tanked today. It's crazy. What else do we have as far as news? I'll just start going to the plays. I did a lot of plays today. And I put them all on our Discord. So if you guys aren't on our Discord, feel free to join on there. Did some day trades, did some option plays. Actually, let me just start with the one on here. So we did Radware. I don't even know what the news was on it. It was popping up like crazy. I made it free, but if you look here, so I bought 3 of them for 50 cents each, sold 2 for 90, so made 30 bucks, and we have 1 contract left. There's a huge spread on these options, so yeah, right now it's $5.60. That's a huge spread. So I basically just did a little sniping on the option chain, I guess. Got a good fill and then was able to bump out of it. So I'm not sure what's going on with that one, but that one's, we made our money and still have some exposure in case it goes crazier. And on here, so first thing I want to show is, which is kind of nuts. Remember those puts that we sold on GME? So it shows if you sell at the right time, like into velocity to the downside, puts have more value. So look at this, put. These are all the puts we sold for different strike prices. But look at this, 225 and 230 are both in the money because GameStop's trading at 220. So these are both in the money right now. And look, they've actually lost value. That's why we're up on them. Since I sold them, we want them to lose value. So the credit I received to sell these is higher than they're worth right now. That makes sense. So if someone bought this put when I sold it, they paid more for it than what they cost now, which just shows selling into velocity is very important, even though these are still in the money. Because GME isn't trading above this, they have lost value, and so I've gained on them, which is kind of crazy. I haven't sold a whole lot of puts in the money. Typically I do them out of the money, so it's kind of interesting to see this. But yeah, these are all pretty good today, even though if GME stays the same spot, I mean, I'm gonna get exercised on these, so, which is fine. I mean, I'm fine to get exercise on stuff. I think we'll get a lot of green price action though, so I don't imagine any of these actually getting exercised. And if it seems like at the beginning of the squeeze, I'm probably gonna close them even excuse me, and use the money and just buy shares, because I don't want to miss out on that. Did a lot of plays today. Right, just checking GME really quick, getting a little volatile up there. Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. History. Okay, let's see. So ORF, we played ORF again. I'll show you guys what we did on ORF. Excuse me, I don't talk all day and then I just get on here and start rambling, so my voice is like, what? Wake up. I like to pick stocks that have a lot of upward history. So this one It's at $7 and it was at $77 not too long ago. So that's one thing I look for. It's a biotech sketchy pharmaceutical. I don't remember why it ran up, but excuse me, this day was crazy. Super crazy. If you look on here, it looks like this is kind of an area that it's been sitting for a while. This $4 or $5 area. Even higher than that, $12. So that was another thing I saw when I looked at it. I'm like, okay, this seems like a pretty safe spot even for a sketchy stock. Not to say they're not doing great stuff, but this is sketchy. Let's see, where are we? 23rd. So it ran up here. I wasn't watching it. I saw it on my watch list, but I didn't look at it. And then basically I just saw it holding above this 9 moving average pretty simply. And I knew this had potential to run like it has in the past. And I'd seen it selling off. It keeps selling off. And then I saw it on the moving average. Saw it was kind of making this pendant right here. So you can see, I mean, the flat top and the ascending bottom. So I jumped in right here. RSI was fine. MACD was good. We jumped in there and yeah, it went kind of crazy. Excuse me. 5 minutes. So there we go. So I held it up through here, saw this and kept holding. MACD was still good. This happens. This candle, since it was, sorry, it's so hard to see. This candle, since it was smaller than this candle, I was like, okay, still fine. It's not an engulfing candle. If this was larger, bigger body than this one, like that might hit a top. Volume was still good, so held through it. This looked good, stayed above VWAP. Then it broke the new high, loved it. This could be a sign of a reversal, a doji. MACD was still good though, and still good volume, so I was like, I'll just hold through it, because there was no other signs of it. And sure enough, it kept going up. Looked good. And then up here, I started to look. Okay, so this is a 5 minute I'm looking at, not the 1 minute. So up here, I saw the RSI divergence. So basically, high RSI, and this was the price was $8. This is the next RSI top, and the price up here is much higher. So lower RSI to this one, but the price is higher. So that's a divergence, right? Because low price, high RSI, high price, low RSI, divergence. So the RSI is diverging from the price, and it doesn't always happen on the first time. Sometimes you'll see this twice or even 3 times. So I saw that and I was like, okay, it seems like it's gonna reverse. And then I see the doji, and this is also another sign of reversal, as well as since a lot of the wick is on the top, not all of it, but some, more than what's on the bottom. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get out of this. So I actually top ticked this one and sold it right here, and then, or maybe even it was here once it was a red. Yeah, I actually waited for this candle to completely close. Started to see this one, I'm like, yeah, I think I'm just gonna pull out. So sold it there, and it came down, and then I got kind of excited on this candle. Not enough confirmation though. It was a green candle over VWAP, pretty good with volume. But I sold that one back out here because, yeah, I didn't like it. So the best traders are the best losers, and this trade I lost on, but I lost on it quick, and I was fine to cut my losses, and I was fine to. It's easier to do this once you've already made. I was up $1,000 on this one, just on like 2,500 or 3 grand. I'll show you the history, but I got out of it there, and then I didn't get back into it. It just died. You can't force a trade. Can't force them. So that was a little ORF day trade we did. As you see, bought 400, sold 400. I mean, good day traders have hotkeys and they're scaling in and out. And I mean, I guess good or not, scalp traders, you know, they're doing it really quick. I'm not scaling in and out. I just kind of went in and then went out. Here's where I bought the 300, and then I sold them for a little loss. But this trade here, I ended up making 874 on that with I think like 3,000. So that wasn't bad. And then let's see what else we got going on. KBH, this is home builders. They have earnings actually after hours, so we might be seeing that as we're doing this. KB Homes, if you guys know, if you watch the channel at all, or if you know anything about what's going on with the housing market, literally people are waiting for new houses to be built just because used house prices are so expensive. They're cranking out new homes along with the cost of commodities and lumber and all the stuff that's so expensive. So I think the earnings should be really good on this. I decided to play it. This is basically a home builder. And we got 347 calls for, I think, the next, basically the next expiration on it. So on E-Trade, it's kind of cool. You can kind of see what it's expecting and that kind of thing. I'll show you. KB Homes, trading, and then, let's see. So we got these July, just the next expiration, not a whole lot of time. Then you click there and you click earnings, and then it'll show you all these different graphs, which is cool. Purple graph is option implied move, is basically what the options market is expecting the stock to move. And then these other bars are what actually happened during earnings. These are all different earnings. So this is a positive earnings move, not as much as expected though. So this one, they're expecting a lot more. This actually went up since I bought it. And then over here, you've got IV. So current IV is almost 50%. And then after the earnings, this shows you the actual literal IV crush is going to be 12% crush after, unless if you're right. So it was expecting a 7% move. And I thought it might be more than that. So that puts it in the implied dollar range up to 46.49. I got the 47. So the price got a little cheaper there, as you can see, reflecting that. So we'll see on that. We'll see on that very shortly, actually. It's already up. It's up a little bit. Got 3 of those. Oh, let's see. What else do we get? They're going to come out soon, actually. It's exciting. It's exciting to play earnings. It can screw you, but it is fun. There's the ORF. Corsair. I don't know what news was on Corsair. I think Corsair is a pretty heavily shorted one, though. This is in my long term. I love it. And it's just been dead for so long and has these random short squeeze pops. On the hourly, looks good. It had this big run up today with volume. I don't know what it was. I didn't see any news, but I basically got some calls for that. So let's see. Right here. And they're actually up 11%. So these are July 21? No. They're just the monthly option expiration, whichever day that is. $50 calls. So we'll see. I'm not sure if there's news on that or what, but Corsair has just been... It's just been pinned at this level for so long now. And yeah, I've been watching this one forever. So had this run up. I didn't have calls at that point. I had calls that expired like right here. And then it had this crazy day. What else did we do on here? We had Corsair, bought 5 GME, 325 calls for, yeah, I scaled into some stuff. This is for June 25th. So this is for Friday. I basically averaged down on the 325s. And then average down on UVXY. UVXY is crazy to have options on, actually. 76 strike, 13 of them. I think if GME is going to go crazy the next few days, SPY is going to dump, and we're going to see UVXY go up. Got 12 SPY puts for Friday, 413. Market just closed. So I think SPY is hitting a top here. You can see it's kind of a double top even with the candles on top. MACD is bad. It looks like it's coming down. Yeah, didn't close very strong. 413, it kind of got cheaper down there. It's just past this support. So we'll see. I mean, it's kind of aggressive. It's actually really aggressive. Doesn't matter though, as long as there's steep price action to the south, we can sell it and make money. KMX. So this is an earnings play for Friday. This is CarMax. Used car market again has gone crazy. Prices are super inflated. That's kind of why I played CarMax. I didn't look a whole lot into it. I was just like, yeah, I think so. Makes sense. So I'll go for it. And then the earnings, the implied move on earnings is, it's more than last earnings, but it's not a crazy amount, and it's possible. It might be too soon, but I think we'll see probably all the crazy pricing, and hopefully in their earnings. So the implied move is only 5%, which, yeah, we'll see. It's been negative the past few earnings. I don't know. That's that play though. And then we have more GME calls. Let me show you guys the GME calls we did. So I showed you the puts that are gaining value, even though the stock is just consolidating and below and in the money, which is kind of crazy. I got 6. Yeah, I didn't do anything with those. I scaled in a little bit to the 325s. We have 18 of those now. Holy smokes. And then I didn't do anything with the 270s today. I just left those alone. But then I got some. Did I not? Okay, yeah. Then I got 410 calls for next week. I was thinking just in case this thing does not settle down, because GME, if it goes up this Friday, like if it keeps going up till Friday, it's quite possible it's not going to have a big dip back down next week. So I was like, I'm just going to get a little bit exposure for next week. I could scale in, or, you know, I don't know, we'll figure it out. But I didn't want to wait till tomorrow, because tomorrow open might be crazy. But yeah, so I got 410, got 6 of those, and those are actually up already 13%, because we got them. Where did I get them? I think I got them down here, actually. Yeah, I saw these dojis here, so I thought that was a bottom. Then we had this last little dip, and then I just saw it holding this floor. This is like the little spring test down here sometimes. And then MACD crossed over, and it looked good, looked like a nice floor. So I picked them up here. That's why they're up, even with time decay. But I opened up quite a bit of plays today. Some are expiring soon. My Tesla call credit spread, Tesla's ripping, but I might be early on it. I feel like if the SPY is tanking, Tesla's gonna go with it. Tesla had a great day today, man. That's crazy. Really did. And I mean, on the charts, it's looking very bullish on the daily. Higher lows, higher highs. Anyways, we'll see. That one might be a little loss. But here's how the day closed out. GME, we're up 833 or 874. This is unrealized on GME. ORF is realized. This is unrealized, unrealized, unrealized. So whatever that means for you. And that's what I got. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy money sticks around. Thanks guys for watching. Jump on our Discord if you feel the desire to. And we have a Twitter if you want to follow us on there at HappyMoneyYT. Thanks for watching, guys. See you tomorrow. Get good rest. Peace out.